Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're a returning subscriber. My name is Chitra Moon. Today we're going to look at what people really like about you. We've got 4 beautiful images in front of you. You're going to go with the one that you feel most pulled towards. Obviously you can choose more than one. We allow you to do that here. So go ahead. If you feel guided to choose more than one, do so. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to choose a pile, but if not, feel free to pause the video. That countdown to choose will start now. Okay, so if you were gravitated to image 1, first I want to discuss how this is going to work if you're new. I've selected cards for this group. I am going to go through them first, and then we will move into the remote viewing. And how the remote viewing works is I grab my dandy crystal here, my beautiful blue aquamarine, and I just channel specific things about maybe who's watching. They can be very specific. It can be very general. With remote viewing, there's no rhyme or reason. It can come out of left field, be super specific, or completely random. If you don't get something for yourself within the remote viewing, please do not knock the whole reading. Also, if you've enjoyed the reading, please give it a like, comment. I love to read your guys' comments, as well as check the links in the description box. A lot of you guys are not aware still that I have a second channel. You may want to check out what I'm doing over there. There could be messages for you as well. And also check out my Patreon. I know I don't post here often, guys. I am quite busy, but if you'd like to see more readings from me, Patreon would be the place to go. If you'd like to book a private reading, please check the last link in the description box. It will take you to my Fiverr platform, and that is where you can book. Okay, so let's get into this reading. So as I take a look at the main cards just as a whole, I'm really getting quite, there's like a very humble type of energy coming through with these cards. I feel like here people really do like you. So with this reading, it's not even going to be that, I'm trying to, just make you feel good. I feel like you're aware to some degree. I feel like with this pile, 90% of people that you encounter really take very well to you. I just love the cards that I'm seeing. I'm loving the Strength card. I'm loving the Nourish Your Body with High Vibing Energy card, and also the Surround Yourself with Your Soul Tribe card. 3 of Pentacles is also a great card as well to get here, because that tells me that your interactions with others are quite pleasant. I feel like when it comes to collaborating or drawing people inwards towards you, people they're gravitated towards you is what I want to say. I don't feel like here I'm hesitating. I feel like, if I'm meeting you, you're definitely somebody I want to have in my corner. Okay. So let's just go very slow. 10 of Cups is interesting to me. Now, I may not read this card exactly like how other readers read it, but it's going to blow your mind regardless, okay? So 10 of Cups, yeah, it can be a family card. It could be a card of happiness, but it could also be a card of endings. It's a 10 for a reason. So I feel like what people really like about you is you just have this way of really just not dealing with the nonsense. I don't think that, whoever's watching here is a person who's going to be entertaining any type of fake interactions. Things with you have to be kosher, okay? They have to be solid. They have to be on a particular level of respect. And, we got the Soul Tribe card here. So it's, I'm not saying that everybody you meet is your soul tribe, but you definitely are trying to weed out the people who just do not serve you. And I mean like your mental state, your emotional state. So I feel like here we've got a good grip with this pile on those who really are about putting, their health, whether that be emotional state and mental state, above the rest. People love that about you. And it may not be, that you are, out there telling people this, but they can see the way you move. They see the way you move. And, you may get, I'm just seeing somebody who's getting really suspicious vibes of people and just keeping their distance. And people see that about you. You're just not like listen, I don't want to, I have to be direct with this. It may come across as a little rude, but there are people out there who are desperate, who will just hang out with anybody just for the sake of having, numbers. This is not the pile. So I feel like the fact that you are very picky with your surroundings, picky with who you let in, this is something people really value about you. And they may be even in a way learning to do this for themselves through watching you do it. Now, wow, the strength card. Wow. You probably have been through quite a few things in your life, but nevertheless, it did not deter you from connecting to your higher self or evolving and growing. Some people who are watching here could have a story, and others may know, or maybe it's just your life, to be honest, could be quite chaotic, or you could have a lot on your plate. Or maybe it's just, people are aware of what you're dealing with. And, we could have people here, just to give you an example of what I mean. Maybe they're aware that you're coming out of a divorce, or you just maybe have, 3 jobs, but they're like, how are you doing all of this? Like, you're just moving in grace and dealing with it in a very, beautiful way, because some people can take the stresses of their life and they can become quite bitter. But I just feel like the fact that you are moving in grace, and, it's funny, I actually know somebody like this who I would consider has a lot on their plate, and I'm quite shocked at how happy they are. Maybe they really are not that happy, but they're doing the best with what they have, and they're trying their best to be happy. And I feel like this is why they also get so blessed in a way. Is because they try to always look on the brighter side of things. And I feel like with the strength card, this is something as well that people really love about you. It's like, we've got a strong person here who's just, regardless of what they're dealing with, they always have a kind word for someone else. I think with this group, especially with the 3 of Pentacles, people may run to you for advice. They may want to call you to cry on your shoulder. They may want to, ask for, maybe even some of you are giving out favors, or even giving your time. And people are just really humbled by this. It's amazing. And I am going to say another thing for some of you, because I have to say that the 3 of Pentacles, it's definitely a coworker card. Your coworkers may love you. This may be coming from them, but it doesn't have to be. But also I want to mention as well with the 10 of Cups, I have to say this as well too. You could be the rock in your family. And I don't care if it's your main family, like you're the mother, or which role you're playing within the family. Those in your family may look at you also like you're the rock. Now, if that doesn't resonate, just hold on. Remember, it's like a reading for thousands. Not everything can resonate. It's not supposed to resonate with every one of you. Like, everything I say, that would just be absurd. Okay. But with the 10 of Cups, you could definitely be the one that everyone relies on. And maybe even, to be honest, you could be quite fun, or you could be the one who makes the family gatherings the best time ever. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you, when it comes to gatherings, everybody's just waiting for you to show up, because then it will become fun. Now, again, here with the nourish your body with high vibing energy. I absolutely love this card, because it's also symbolic for somebody who's just really putting themselves first. But you could be unique. Okay. Let's not forget, the fact that she's got pink hair. She's got tattoos. She's doing something different with her look. There could be something very unique about you that people really like. You look different. Maybe even some of you have tested the waters a bit with your look. This is also something people really like about you. And maybe you're different. Maybe you're switching it up often. But you see how she's like, I don't even know what kind of smoothie she's drinking, but you see all like the dancing fruit and vegetables. We could have some people here who really are, and I mean, it makes sense, because I would really like this about somebody, because I can't get on this track. Okay. I'm a girl. I will eat Nanaimo and cookies for breakfast, okay? So like, you could be very healthy. Yeah, there could be some people here who are just really on that train of health and, doing your research and, taking that extra time to just really look at the back of products, what's the ingredients, but also just, keeping your whole environment clean. And again, that lines up with the 10 of Cups because this is going to be symbolic as well for me. So maybe it's just even in your actual life as well too. And it's like, if people don't think this is easy, it's not easy. It's not easy. So this is quite admirable about you. And I feel like here you're someone to even look up to as well too. Because you also are putting yourself first, because by doing all of that, you definitely are putting yourself first, right? But look at this card as well too. Surround yourself with your soul tribe. People really feel like when they're around you, they gravitate very well to you. Like I said, they gravitate extremely well because, while you may not feel like that towards them, because I think you are very selective, a lot of people feel like you're their soul tribe. Like they've met someone very quite special, like within meeting you. And you make them feel like they're accepted, that they belong. So I'm thinking here, there could be some people here who are just really about being nice and including everybody. And if you've done that for some people, that actually was a bigger deal than you think it was. And I'm not saying that you're doing it for any kind of points, but for those people who are on the receiving end, it was quite special for them. So again, what people really like about you. And it's funny too, because actually with the 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, that also is an inclusivity card. These 2 cards and that one would actually all represent inclusive. I don't know how to say the word, inclusivity. So you really are about including everyone. And you could be like a person who's a leader, who brings groups together. I wouldn't be surprised if we've got some people, and I mean in any way. So if you're even on YouTube, you're bringing people together. Or if you are creating spaces where people can, be together, or even friendship groups where we can all just, be together, talk about our struggles, or, like a girl group, something along those lines. This is also something they really would like about you. Now, I think I'm going to jump into the remote viewing because I'm already having some things coming through and I just don't want to forget them. So it's funny with my remote viewing, sometimes I just ask for it to wait till I'm done, but it just kind of creeps through. I'm starting to see things. So I just have to spit it out. The first thing I saw was like freckles. Like people love your freckles. If some of you have them, and I don't even care if it's like a bunch of them. It could be just but like one in like a couple spots. Maybe you just have one above the lip or like under the eye, and it's just really cute. People love your freckles. And I am seeing, interesting enough, red hair. So I don't know if some of you have red hair, and I don't care if you've dyed it red or if it's just naturally red. They love your red hair. Some of you are making something creative. I don't know if this is for pleasure or a side business. I don't know if some of you create something. Guys, I don't even know what that's going to be. I don't know if it's like you're painting. I don't know if you're making candles. I don't know if you are baking goods on the sides. I have no idea. But there's something that you do that would be a creative venture, and people find this fascinating because you may be the only one within the group or that they've met that is actually taking the step out to do this. So that's very particular. Okay, I'm getting like a passionate vibe, like you're passionate about something. There could be something of a cause, a particular cause that you're concerned with, and you're not afraid to speak out about this. Now, this would be in regards to like having bravado or chutzpah, or just like, because let's be real, a lot of people, they could have a lot of passions about things or causes, but they're not going to be that one that's going to be, testing the waters or rocking the boat. I find a lot of people to be shy with that. So it's like, this is something you're speaking out about. You're very adamant about it. And again, that's going to be a huge spectrum. I have no idea what your cause of concern is, but I'm seeing if you have one that you are quite, vocal about. People like this about you, the fact that you can actually have no fear and speak out about it. Okay, I'm seeing eyelashes. You got some pretty eyelashes. And again, that's a modern world, guys. So I don't care if it's natural or if it's fake, but the eyelashes are just on point. Okay, people really like your laugh. They think it's really cute. And I'm seeing it mixed with like dimples. So I don't know if some of you just have the laugh part or the dimples or if it's the both of them, but I just feel like I'm addicted to the sound of your laugh. It might not even be the prettiest type of laugh. It might be quite unique, but it's interesting. And it's funny because I want to go I want to go a little deeper with this. There might be something actually quite healing within your laugh. Now that's going to be very deep. You might not even understand that. But there could be something that heals people with the laugh. And it's the sound that your laugh makes. Okay, nails are on fire. We've got some people here, and I'm talking about like the ones that are going to the nines, or they're just always polished. So we could have both groups here. Just one's just like you're not like me. Like me, I'm hiding my nails right now just because they all broke. But like you, like it's just they're always done, and it doesn't matter. Like you're making the time to do that, but it's like just really pretty. And again, natural, fake, whatever. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so I don't know if we have some moms here, but people really like the kind of mom you are. You're like setting a huge example. Like, and some people might be like, when I grow up or when I become one, I want to be just like you. That's really beautiful. Okay, this one's funny too. You may be, okay, this is kind of funny actually. I'm seeing like a person who's on time. So they really love the fact that like, and that could just be symbolic for just being responsible. So I don't know if it's like when you give your word, you're just like, you mean it, or you're literally just like on time. Like we never have to worry about you because you're just going to always be on time. But that could also be symbolic for just being there, you know, like we can always rely on her or him. You know, we can always rely on her or him. You know, they're going to be there when we need them. And I'm getting like help as well too. So like if there's a party and like you need a cleanup crew, like you're there. Like you are not a taker, like with this group. Like you're, if anything, you're a giver. And I feel like just by having you in the presence of others, people are so grateful. And again, guys, we are not talking about, those who are, don't like you. We're talking about those who love you. And I probably should have mentioned, oh goodness, I forgot to mention this. So the follow-up extended read to this will be on my Patreon channel. The link will be in the description box for that. This is the follow-up reading is going to be what people despise about you. Okay. Now, a lot of people are just like, well, why would you make a reading on that? It is what it is. And I am a reader who always looks to the shadow side. I don't just read for the good. And to be actually very fair, a lot of people are quite interested in seeing that angle because sometimes they just don't understand why people despise them. And through those readings, I give clarity on why. Sometimes it can be misunderstandings. Sometimes it might not even be something you need to worry about, but at least you get some light shed on it. So I forgot to mention, if you want to join my Patreon channel, you'll have access to 300 pick a cards. It's not just going to be about the extended reading, so it's definitely a good deal. But that reading will be offered over there. Okay, guys, so this is where I'm going to close the door on the remote viewing, and I will see you on Patreon. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Hello, Pal 2. Okay, before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. I will be offering the extended reading to this reading through my Patreon platform. That reading is going to be on what people despise about you. Yes, I know it is quite a particular type of topic to talk about, but I am a reader who definitely likes to look at the shadow side, because while there are people who, love things about you, there's going to also be the other side of why people don't like particular things about you. And through those readings, they can be quite helpful as to kind of figure out why people are giving, a particular energy towards you. So if you'd like to access that reading, you can find it within the description box under my Patreon link. If there's anything that you like about this reading, don't hesitate to give it a like. Please comment. I love reading your guys' feedback. If you're new here and you're wondering like, what's going on? What do you mean by remote viewing? So I have some cards that I've picked out for you. We're going to go through them, and then I'm going to take my little dandy crystal here, my blue aquamarine crystal, and I'm going to just hold it, and I'm going to tap into more specific things that people really love about you. Now, with remote viewing, it can be very random. It could be completely particular, specific. But what you need to know is that not everything will resonate. So just, again, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like to book a private reading, check the last link in the description box. As well, I know a lot of you do not know still at this point that I have a second channel. There may be messages for you over there, so check it out. It's going to be the first link in the description box. So let's get into this reading. I thought it was quite interesting that I drew 3 fire wand cards. So we've got quite the personality here. I am not saying that you are a fire sign, although you may be, but it's not about that. It's just when I see wands cards, I'm like, that tells me as a reader here, we're dealing with a fireball, okay? A fireball of a person. Now, Queen of Wands, right off the bat, we've got a truther here, okay? You know, people like your honesty, even if sometimes it kind of hurts them. You know, they're going to come to you because they're going to be like, at least I'll get the truth with her or him, okay? Queen of Wands, she has a lot of integrity. She's not going to lie for anything. So while people, you know, this may actually pop up in your the other reading, but while people may not like it sometimes, it's just really like hard to swallow sometimes. I'm going to tell you, some people may go, you know, after sit for a while and say, you know what, that person was probably right. So I feel like with that, it could be a hate-love thing, but I have to mention it here because Queen of Wands, she's going to speak her truth. There's also a strength about you. No one can make you do anything, okay? You are just very unique. You know, this is just not a person who's going to be able to be bendable or you can sway them. You know, a Queen of Wands will see your BS 5 miles away. She won't even have to talk to you, okay? There's a lot of chutzpah within this one card of Queen of Wands. And I feel like you could be definitely somebody who people feel like they want in their court, okay? You're a ride or dyer as well, too. So if we've got some friendships, these people feel very safe and secure. And this is something that they really love, is that like you're not a wilting wallflower or someone who's just going to maybe leave them high and dry at a party. Like you're that person who's going to find out, okay? So wow, like I could probably spend a lot of time on the Queen of Wands, but that black cat is sitting in front of her. So that cute little black cat has to always be acknowledged. We could have some people here who are extremely intuitive, could be very psychic. And I'm not saying that you're out there reading on YouTube, but even if you're doing it in your day-to-day life, it's like, wow, that's really cool. Like that you have that sixth sense, you know? The black cat sitting in front of the Queen of Wands would like indicate that you've got a very heightened sense of sixth sense. So whether that be that you are just warning your friends about something that doesn't seem right, or your family members, or you are literally dreaming about their life, or you can know things that other people just don't know, that is extremely cool. Moving on to the Page of Wands, interesting enough, you may do a lot of new things. We could be a bit of a risk taker with this pile, and it doesn't have to look like bungee jumping, although it can. But you could just be putting yourself out there, and you're not afraid to do it alone. So I don't know if we've got somebody here who's just like going to the movies alone, or going to dinner alone, or joining clubs alone. You know, there's a bravado here. And I'm not saying that you don't struggle sometimes with like, you know, the usual things that everybody else does, but like for the most part, you're not afraid to like put yourself out there. Like you'll speak up, you'll like try new things. You're just not afraid. You have that like good energy about you. And I feel like people want to kind of tag along for those things sometimes, you know, because it's like you're always doing something. You're always doing something. And I'm not saying that you have to be the most popular person, but like you're going to like, you know, expand your mind, maybe even your taste buds. Like you want to do something new. So your mind could be actually something that people really love, is that like, we're not basic, and we're not just, you know, trying to stay small. Okay. 3 of Wands, interesting again, that I got this card because again, like you're always looking outwards. So I feel like with this one, with this pile, you guys got quite the brilliant mind. It's just always going. It's always going. You know, like we're never going to look back. Let's say your name is Cindy. We're never going to look back at Cindy in 20 years and be like, oh my God, you're doing the same thing. No, 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 no. Cindy is changing every 2 months. Okay. Looking out to the horizons. Even maybe you could be a visionary or like a genius. We could have some people here who I'm not sure if you're implementing them or not, because 3 of Wands, he's kind of just looking at that moment. He hasn't implemented it yet, but you could have a lot of like inventions that could probably make a lot of money. I think your mind is fabulous, and maybe you're just saying it in conversation and people are like, holy moly, like that's a great idea, you know? And it doesn't have to be that it's an invention. It can be anything. It could be about anything, just ideas, ways to look at things. We've got an open mind here, which is quite interesting, again, with these 3 cards, because all these cards would indicate an open mind. Someone who's going to look from a different angle or outside the box, or who's going to just be like, you know what? No, we're not going to stay in this rigid thinking, or I'm not going to just go along with the herd. Okay. I'm going to do my own thing. And if I have to stand alone or walk alone, I'm going to do it. So we've definitely got here, like, you know, like someone with a very strong bravado. Okay. I don't think there's any fear here either. You may have been one of the few people who have abolished fear. Okay. Or maybe you were born with it. Who the heck knows? Because we're talking to so much people here who are watching. But I resonate with this. I don't have fear anymore. And that's why my life goes a lot more smoother. And maybe you're just kind of like through your actions or things you mentioned, people are just like, wow, like I want to be like that, you know? Like I feel like we could have a lot of people who not just love you, but want to copy you. And in a good way, because, you know, like why wouldn't you want to, right? I mean, if you look at these cards, this person looks pretty free, right? Do we not want to be free? I think so. So we have these 2 cards downstairs, down here. Step out of your comfort zone and try something new. And then we've got unleash your inner wild child, get up and dance. So again, I just don't think you're afraid to be yourself. You've probably reached a precipice where you're just really comfortable. And even if you're in your 30s or 40s and you're thinking, oh, well, that's just age. No, I know 60-year-olds who haven't found this yet, okay? You could be very original. And I mean with this pile, you may do nothing that is mainstream. Like you may not even like follow clothing trends or music trends. You're just like all about standing out and being different. But that's just really what you want to do. I'm not saying you're trying to stand out for attention, but this is who you are innately on the inside. And people love it. They really love it. They're just like, wow, like I wish I could like exhibit these types of traits, but how do I get there? Like there's something also about you where it's like you've reached some sort of like, I feel like space that is almost like, you know, when you kind of like unlocked the key of knowledge or something to life. I don't even know how to put it in words. It's like the fact that you've unlocked it, it's almost like a place or a territory that is just so hard to get for other people. They almost think like you've like mastered the secret, you know, because it's just, it looks so good on you, you know, because again, like it's freedom, right? Freedom to be oneself, freedom to be like able to have fun. Like you've got no setbacks. You don't care about what people think. You don't care what people say. You don't care who has a problem with you speaking up. You know, that's the biggest problem too here on this planet is that, you know, we're not really embraced for individual thought. We just have to go along with everyone else. And that's like something I personally hate. But with you, you're like, I don't care. And then there comes that fear thing, you know, you don't have it. So you don't care about repercussions or consequences or what anybody else's thinks, you know? So I feel like with this one, you're quite bold. People, I feel like, want to be in your corner. I mean, definitely, like, again, like that ride or die spirit. Like, if you care about somebody, you care about somebody. And I feel like if you're calling somebody a friend, like, you mean it. So people love all this about you, but they could equally, like, just to be fair, they could equally probably hate it as well, too. It tests the water. But deep down inside, whether they want to admit it or not, it's quite likable. Now I'm going to move to the remote viewing. So let's just open up the window with that. Okay, I feel like I'm getting very high around you. I feel like I'm on a high. You're very fun to be around, but you may not be aware of how fun you are to be around. It's almost like it's breathtaking. And I don't care if it's in conversation with you, because like this is not somebody who's going to bore you. You know, I'm not saying that you may be the loudest person, but like you've got thoughts and opinions or stories. Like you make it fun. So you're extremely fun to be around. And it's funny because I'm hearing you make time pass quickly. So I don't know if these are your coworkers, because why would the time pass? Oh, I get that. Okay. You ever meet somebody and you're like, wow, like I just had so much fun with you. It felt like 5 minutes. Okay, I'm getting that from others. People love that you stick up for yourself. Yeah, you're not having it, and you're not having it for others either. So this is not just a person, I'm talking about you, who's going to stick up for oneself. If you see something happening in front of you, you're also going to say something. So we've got a warrior that's very likable. That is very likable. Now I'm getting that there's an edge here as well too. Either that or you've got like a fashionista look, because the Page of Wands is also a really great dresser. And there could be something very different or unique about your look. Like we really like this whole package, like on the outside. Look, I'm just speaking about the outside. It's very creative. Even if you are dressed down, it still looks really nice too, which is interesting. So even if you're wearing like sweats and running shoes, looks really nice. Like I'm looking, I want to look. I'm like, how do you put this together? And I mean everything, with the hair, everything. Some of you could be very decked out though. Some of you like are really like show up, you know, in the dressing with the clothing. Not gonna lie. And you may have different looks, different styles, but like you show up and show out. So you're not fitting into the crowd or going under any radar. Like we're noticing you. Okay, I'm getting here like as well too. People love that like you're just always somewhere. Like you're always going somewhere, or you always got a plan. Or if I'm your friend, I like to be your friend because like you just know how to plan the day, or you know all the hot spots, or you know where to go. But it's like, it's fun because you take it over and you make it like happen. But you could also just be maybe somebody who has a lot of people to visit, or I don't know what this is. Like you make the outings fun. So this is more coming from like friendships or even family. Okay, I got like a businesswoman here, like opportunities in abundance, like wow. And that could be again with that 3 of Wands. So I don't know here if you are constantly thinking of ways to make money, or abundance comes to you quickly. Like it's quite interesting to watch. Like you just, everything you touch turns to gold, I'm hearing. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know if nature means a lot to you. I don't know if you take people to nature. I don't know what this is. Why would people love this about you? I have no idea. Do you incorporate nature? Is your house very zen? I'm getting that some of your houses may be very zen, or you incorporate nature, or you're just like, I'm going to take you to nature. And this is what they love, is that they love your love of nature. Maybe you're teaching them how to love nature, but nature is coming through, and that, you know, will mean something to somebody, I'm sure. Okay, you're a wonderful gift giver, but it's not about receiving. It's the fact that you remembered. You remember everybody. And it may not even be that it's that you're purchasing something, but you're just always remembering particular days, events, holidays, birthdays, I don't know, whatever means something to for somebody. And some people might be extreme here, where they even go a step further and they remember people's anniversaries. That would be quite interesting. Wow, that's amazing. That's really thoughtful. But some of you maybe straight up be a great gift gifter. Maybe you just throw your love or show your love through. And again, I'm not saying that you're spending expensive things, but maybe you hear somebody, one of your friends or family members, talk about something that they like. And then it's like you listen and you note take it within your mind, and then you just surprise them with them, and they're just like so touched. They love the sentiment. Okay, so I'm seeing makeup. Like the makeup is just on fleek. And it may be even some of you, it's very natural, but it's like that makeup that you go out of your way to make look natural. And it's just so beautiful. Or you could just have really great skin. Really beautiful person here, pal, too. Really beautiful. Um, I don't have anything more to say. Amazing. Keep doing the damn thing. You rock. You really do. So you guys have a wonderful day and take care. Hello, Pal 3. Okay, before we get into reading, a couple things to note. I will be offering the extended reading to this reading through my Patreon platform. It is going to be on the flip side of what this topic is. What do people despise about you? If you are wondering, well, why would you make a reading like that? Listen, I am a reader who does, is very aware of the shadow side. Okay, people can love and hate us, or there could be things that are, they don't understand about us. I have found through making readings like that, people tend to get a kind of idea of what's really happening behind the scenes. They find it to be very helpful as to kind of why people maybe judge them, or maybe there's like a misunderstanding or something deeper going on. So that is what I'm doing with that reading. If you'd like to access it, again, you will have to click on the Patreon link within the description box. If there's anything that you like about this reading, or if it resonates at all, please consider giving it a like. Please comment. I love the feedback. As well as understand that not everything I mention within this one reading is going to resonate with just you watching. It is a reading for thousands of people. So please understand that and take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're new here and you're wondering, what are you doing here? What is this remote viewing that you're talking about? I have drawn cards for you. These are the ones that you see in front of you. I will be going through them, and then I will be picking up my blue aquamarine crystal, and I will be channeling super specific things. Now with remote viewing, it can be quite random. It can be super specific, but please, again, just take everything that you see with a grain of salt, and just understand that if, the remote viewing doesn't, click, that don't knock the reading if it does, okay? If you'd like to book a private reading, please also check the last link in the description box. You can book with me through Fiverr, as well as if you would like to see more, content from me, check the first link. A lot of you guys are still unaware that I have a second channel, and there could be messages for you over there. So let's look at this reading here as a whole. Wow. You might, with this group, really want to check out my second channel, because I'm getting here. I heard very distinctly that you could be one of the waves of volunteers that came to Earth to help with its ascension. And I am going to be making a video on that very soon. So you might want to go check that out or subscribe so that you don't miss out on that future video, because I can see it here. I can see here we've got somebody quite different. If people are meeting you, or if you've even showed up within the family, what people really like about you is that you're very, very different. And I mean, even energetically, you feel different. I feel like with this group, you probably have had to be very careful with energy vampires. And this is where I think the follow-up reading may shed a lot more light on this, because I feel like with this pile, you could be very misunderstood. But for those of you that love you, I feel like those people are going to have to resonate with you in the way where it's like, maybe they're a soul tribe, or maybe they're just like you. Because I feel like, again, with this pile, you've been very, very, very misunderstood. Now, the star is interesting here because it tells me right away that you may have like an ancestry. I don't even want to say this too bluntly in case some people get really triggered. And they may not even be aware yet of, like, because, listen, I've already seen my star family. Okay. I've met them already. I've seen them in dream state. I realize now I kind of come from a different galaxy, and that's why Earth has never felt like it resonated much with me. But you could have that with the star card. You could be very different. You could have been always very into like unique topics. I think those who love you, what they love about you is that you are just a wealth of knowledge. Like, you know everything. You're wise. You may even be very aware of like energy, why people are doing things. Like, let's take this in a different way. It may not even be about like spiritual topics. Maybe you're just really good at like human psyche and why people do what they do. Like, you're always giving, I feel like, the other side, and you kind of are like, I just see people like really listening, like, wow, what a take on things, And you have the ability to actually really lift people out of dark times. So I don't know here if you've been that person who has helped many, or maybe this is coming through for somebody who is just feels like, you know, you were the only one that was there, or you could even be within the family. And I'm really trying hard not to integrate the other follow-up reading because it's very much here. So I do feel like you've triggered a lot of people, but I just feel like I'm trying to just focus on what they love, because I feel like you're a teacher. So you're also a projector, and you're teaching people about themselves through projecting onto them what they do to others. But it's very hard for me, I'm not going to lie, with this reading, because I am picking up a lot on the shadow side, but I'm trying to keep it just what people love about you. But with the star card, I'm telling you, like, people could really, really be gravitated towards your energy. Your energy holds light. Like, you hold a lot of light within yourself. And I feel like I just want to run towards you. You will understand me. You understand me. People love that you understand them. You're like a mom. Even if you're a friend, you're like a mom. Even your mom may feel like you're a mom to her, you know? You've just got this compassion that is just, it runs very deep, and it's really authentic. It really is. And it's for, like, honestly, like, your fellow humankind, but they may not understand that. But it's just, you treat everybody like with the same depth of kindness. And I feel like I'm hearing some people, like, it's shocking to them how nice you've been to others. Like, you people have been mean to you, or maybe they've seen people be mean to you, but you're like, you know what? I'm just going to wish them love. I'm just going to send them love, because I know by me giving it back or doing what they're doing, it just makes it worse. And not only that too, that's just not who I am. So it's like they love this quiet, solid confidence you have, where it's like you don't even need to, I feel like, this is so hard to put into words, go to that level, you know? Queen of Cups, she's, you know, a very old soul, but she's very sweet. You know, she's not going to go out of her way to argue with anybody or, like, put anybody down. Even if someone who has, like, really hurt her, she's going to just, again, like, send them love, wish them well. She may take off, but she's not going to go to, like, your depth, and kind of meet you at that way. You know, it doesn't serve her. She likes to be in a place of peace. I feel like you may have a strong sense of inner peace. People pick that up about you very quickly. Like, you're really all about, like, peace. And that could even look like you're doing your own thing. You're just a person who likes to be alone. You know, you don't need to be a part of the crowd. You don't need to be at the happening party. You know, you're cool with sitting in front of the fireplace and just, I don't know, educating yourself. But you could also, like, the main thing I'm picking up here is, like, that energy. It's really strong. So I just feel like here you do attract people. People do like you. They may not understand you. So I feel like with this pile, you may get a lot of people on the other side who just really don't understand you, or there's misunderstandings through the despise reading. Because I do feel like there's a sense of solitude that you like. But I feel like with the Two of Cups, like, again, there's that mutual energy. So it's like you care about being kind. You want to be kind. You want everyone to feel like love. Even if maybe sometimes, you know, other people would say that they don't deserve it. You're like, no, I'm going to be better than that. And I'm going to try to change them if I can, you know, through this act of gratitude or being kind or not going to their level. You know, you're teaching people, I feel like with the Two of Cups energy, like that mutual respect and harmony, and hopefully they carry it on. Like, look at these cards down here. Forgive somebody. Turn criticism into kindness. We've got, like, a huge helper here. Like, and that's why I'm thinking, like, you may be one of the waves of volunteer that, you know, Dolores Cannon talks about. Some people could love, especially with this card. So we have the practice feng shui, create a sacred space. You could be very, you know, hippy dippy, very into, like, you know, incense, crystals, cards. You could practice feng shui. You could have some subjects you're very interested in, and people love, like, the excitement that you have about it. And it also attracts them to want to even learn more about it as well too. But I feel like mainly, with these two bottom cards here. Light worker. We've got a light worker here. People love the fact that you are just, I feel like, just accepting them as who they are. I feel like there's some people that that are probably coming through this reading right now who are maybe even societal outcasts, or society would outcast them, yet you are just like, you're loved, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you can get through this. It's like we've just got a cheerer, or you forgive everybody, you don't see, where somebody, has made mistakes. You're just honoring them in their space with the Two of Cups. And that could look, there's a little bit of remote viewing here, but like this could look like homeless people, or people who just don't want to even see those people. And you're running towards them and saying like, you're going to be okay. Like, do you need something? Do you want to find God? Or I don't know. Like, I'm just throwing out some things here. It's not too late. It's not too late for you. Even if there's people here who have like done things to you and they've asked for forgiveness, you just allow it. You're very forgiving, and I think that's why that says that here, forgive someone. I think you teach this. I think you teach kindness. I think people really love that about you, is like, just like, through conversations here and there, you like, even if someone comes to you with gossip, you're like, no, that's not the way to go. Try this maybe, or, no, you shouldn't say that about people, just very, again, a big advocate for humanity, And I think with the Star card too, you could bring a lot of hope to people's lives as well too. People like that. So there could be something here about the unknown. And I'm seeing it in the sense, like, just as an example, where maybe you meet somebody or a friend is talking to you about their struggle, and you're just like that person who's like, honey, no, like, you could pray to God if you want. You could ask God for help. You could ask your archangels for help. You could like use this crystal to help, like, et cetera, like, don't leave it up to you. You can outdo this. You can overcome this. Like, it doesn't have to be the end all be all, like, cause I feel that with the Star, like, I'm just getting this like dose of just positive energy. Like, you've got positive vibes. You really do. And, I think those who don't like you, it could be a lot because maybe you're just not willing to stoop to the level to behave the way they are. Because again, I just see you like on this level, like elevated, just here with a bigger purpose. And I think people are aware of this. So this is actually the pile that is the most difficult for me to explain in words. I know what this is. I resonate with it, but it's very hard sometimes to put energy into words. But I get what this pile is all about. I really do. So I get you. I feel you. It probably is very hard to be you sometimes in this type of world we live in. But I just want you to know, keep going, because you're inspiring. And you may not know, those people may never come to you and tell you that you've inspired them, but you are. Now let's get into the remote viewing. Let us look at specific things that people may love about you. Okay, again, you accept everybody, like you are very, about like including everyone. You don't want anyone to feel left out. What is this? Love of animals. There's a love of animals. I don't know if someone here does some sort of work with animals, but like someone may here be a very big advocate for animals. Oh, your voice is magical. There's something very soothing about your voice. And I feel like I'm hearing like some people have told you to sing for them or just talk to them to calm them down or soothe them down, because it's just something about your voice. Your voice has power in it. Natural. Okay, so we have some people here who may be natural beauties. And it looks really nice on you because, a natural beauty doesn't have to do nothing, right? Okay, I'm seeing symbology within the attire. So I don't know if this is what you're wearing. I don't know if it's with your jewelry. You've got like a very old soul. I'm even seeing some sort of boho hippie type stuff. I don't know. But you incorporate a lot of like what you like into your clothes. It's like symbology. And people think it's very unique. They love it, actually. They love it on you. They may not wear it themselves, but they love it on you. And it's just very unique, you know, to who you are. It suits you very well. So I don't know if we've got somebody here who's really different, maybe even in a different era of time, but something like that. I'm seeing that some of you may have a particular story. I don't know if you're telling these stories because you're being vulnerable. You have a vulnerability about you that people like. It's a realness. You're not fake. And the star actually resonates with that because you see the fact, well, I can't show it, but she's unclothed on that card. And that makes her vulnerable, okay, in a sense. So I feel like here you may be a little bit of an open book. I'm not saying right away, but there's a lot of knowledge within your life or what you've lived. People really like your stories and the fact that you are vulnerable with them. Yeah, okay, like wise old soul. You've got a lot of knowledge, honey, a lot of knowledge. Your eyes and your smile also are very powerful. You've got something going on within you, pile 3. You're a healer, and it may just be that you're walking into places or you're looking at people in the eyes or you're smiling, and that's doing a lot. That's doing a lot. Now, I am seeing that reference again to homelessness. So I don't know here if we have people who are running into crowds of homeless, or you're just like, while everybody's running away or pretending they don't exist, you're running into that crowd. And you could be like a person who feels like that may be your mission to like maybe tell their story or even help them. So I don't know if that's also something people find very beautiful about you, is that they know this work you do. You know, you could be doing a lot of charity work and whatever it may be. It might not even just be about homeless people. What is this? What is this I'm seeing here? Is there a dance? Are you like known for a particular dance? I don't know what this is. I don't know if you are doing some sort of yoga or healing dance. I don't know what this is. I can't even pick up on it because I don't even know what I'm seeing. I don't know if there's some sort of cultural dance that you guys do, someone who's watching does, but this is also something people find fascinating. They find it like they maybe didn't even know about this dance before, but you're like, yeah, I do this. You should come and see us do it, whatever. And it's like, they love this about you. It's just so unique. Like everything about this pile is extremely unique. Like no one's ever met anybody like you. That's for sure. Okay, your house too. Also, I have to, that card is pulling me in. Your house could also be very healing. It could be a healing place. I'm hearing water. I don't know if we've got a stream or like a little piece of like a little waterfall, like ornament or something, but something like even the home. I don't know if you've taken people into your home as well. People too, like are finding that you are very inviting as well too. Like you've been very inviting. Like it's just, you're open. So it's like whatever is mine is yours. People love this about you. You're probably very, very generous as well too. So if somebody needs money, you're going to hand it over to them. Or if they needed a shirt, you'll give the one that you have. There's just like, again, this really wide open space. And I just feel like you're so trustable because you're so open. Like there's no walls up, nothing. Wow. Okay. This is all I've got for pile 3. Wow. Amazing. If this is resonating, I namaste you. Keep doing it, the damn thing, because you're elevating Earth. I wish you all the best. Take care, guys. Hello, pile 4. Okay, before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. I'm going to be offering the flip side to this reading, the extended reading through my Patreon platform. It's going to be on what people despise about you. You can find the link to my Patreon platform within the description box. If you're wondering, well, why would you do a reading on that? I am a reader who looks at things from all angles. And while people may love us, there are people who maybe not so much, okay? And people have found those readings to be quite helpful. It does give a more in-depth, look at why people don't like you, or maybe, reasons, that may be, a lot more deeper than maybe you may think it is on the surface. So people have found them to be helpful. So if you would like to view that, Again, please join the Patreon platform and you can be able to access it that way. If there's anything that you like about this reading or if it resonates at all, please consider liking the video, letting me know through the comment section. I adore your guys' feedback. Please understand that this is a reading for thousands of people. So if not everything is going to resonate with just you watching, so please understand that. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like to book a private reading, check the last link in the description box. It will take you towards my Fiverr platform. You can book through there. As well as a lot of you guys are unaware that I have a second channel. So please check that first link in the description box. It will take you to my second channel, where there may be messages that you need to receive, okay? But I have to get started on this pile because I'm just mind blown by this pile. I'm mind blown by the amount of major arcana that came out here. I feel like you could be very likable. Just bear with me though. Also too, I forgot to mention, if you're new and wondering what the heck is going on here, I have drawn cards for you. I'm going to go through the cards and then I'm going to pick up my handy dandy blue aquamarine crystal and start remote viewing on specific things that people like about you. With remote viewing, it could be very random. It could be very specific, but it could be very also out of left field. So just be prepared for that. But let's just go very slowly. I don't know why I'm getting with these cards, like a celebrity vibe. I really feel like you could be a celebrity in your own right. And I don't know if it's that you're on a platform. I don't know if it's that it's within your, friend group or your family group. You can be a celebrity. Let's not take it to the nines here. You could be very likable. Okay. I am going to say for some of you, I could be speaking to people who have a particular set of skills. And are really showing them off, okay, online. The world card is here. I don't know if I'm talking to fellow YouTubers or I don't know if you have an Etsy shop. I don't know what this is, but I feel like if this applies to you, people really love this about you. It's quite interesting. And let's be real. I don't know about you, if that does resonate with you, but I'm the only one in my whole physical presence life, like my physical reality, that's doing what I'm doing. So if you think it's common to be a YouTuber, even in 2023, it's not. But I feel like with the Magician, you've got some skills and, this could even be within your workplace. I don't know here. Guys, again, it's going to be a reading for thousands of people. So you'll have to make it fit for your life. But with the Magician, you're very skilled in something. I don't even care if we have a DOCTOR here or even like a preacher or like with the Magician, a lawyer. Like, I don't know what we're talking about here. This could be your career. You've made a huge career out of a skill set. Like, you're really good at what you do. And like, again, make it fit. I don't care if you're a chef. The Magician is just taking whatever they're really good at and being very resourceful at it and applying it to kind of even, an income. But this is like your birthright, which is interesting. This is something you were born to do. I feel like that's what this story tells here at the top. The world card, the moon, you're taking some sort of gift. But I feel like here, you just are like thrusted out and just put on display. Now, I'm going to be very honest here. You could be extremely beautiful as well, too. Or be in the beauty sector somehow. But you could just be, again, put out there like just, you wow people. You wow people. And, with the moon, it could be your energy as well. You could be a little secretive. There could be something about your energy that is like, it's just enough, but it leaves you wanting more. Because the moon can kind of dampen it a bit for me. There could be something hidden. We may not be exactly an open book, but we are physically or outwardly. So that could be, like with what you do, your persona, your personality, what you do for work. But then that moon pulls it back for me. So you're quite interesting in the aspect of giving people just enough, but holding back a bit. So people love this about you. It's like there's always something to discover. You're never boring. You're always interesting. And there's always something new going on. Now, this is interesting with the Wheel of Fortune. And this, you might want to check out that extended reading because I think with this pile, just like the previous pile, what people love about you might be actually what they hate. Actually, it wasn't the previous pile. I think it was pile 2, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. Your Wheel of Fortune here. You could be a very unpredictable person. It's funny though, because people secretly love it though. It's what keeps people on their toes. You could be doing this like very innocently. I just don't feel like it's something intentional, but you could be very scattered, very busy. But I'm just getting this real strong attraction. Like I'm attracted, and I mean like with everyone. So even like with lovers, people find you really beautiful to look at. Like you're intriguing, you pull me in. Not only that, so bright, like with the Magician, like extremely bright at what you do. And I don't care what you do, okay? I don't care if you're an office assistant, okay? Again, let's not take it to the nines. There's gonna be spectrums here. But with the Wheel of Fortune, you could be very, there could be something very unexpected always about you. And I don't know if it's coming out of your mouth or if it's something that you're doing, but you catch people off guard. But it in turn also keeps it spicy. So just like, you're just really exciting to be around because we just don't know what we're going to ever expect with you. Now, with that 3 of Cups, I don't know if you love a good party. I don't know what this 3 of Cups can stand for. It can be like, on a broad range, like, I don't know, you throw the best parties, you like a themed party, you're about getting people together. People love that, like, your whole energy is just fun. It's all about good times. It's all about celebrating. Maybe you also celebrate small things, or people like, I don't know, maybe you throw your own birthday parties, or you celebrate things that the average person wouldn't celebrate. I just feel like you embody fun. Like you're just all about positivity, like making the most of everything, having fun. Let's be happy. Like what's such a waste of time to be down on ourselves, but I can't also get this thing out of my head because it's like coming at me energetically from the right side of me. Like you're just also very serious as well too. So like, I just don't know if you're like out there trying to grasp or reach for your dreams, but you're doing it all by yourself. So you also have this energy where it's like very respected, as a person who's just really not dumb, like not stupid at all, not even sitting back and allowing life to happen. You're like out there chasing everything that is possible. So you could be a bit of a dreamer here, but like a dreamer / doer. Like you're not just talking, you're also making it happen. But I can't get away from this Magician either. Like people love your skill. Like you've got something going on. It's unique. And I don't care if it's that you're a masseuse or I don't know if you're doing Reiki. I don't know what this is, but it's like, it's a God-given talent. It's just something you were born with. And I don't care if it's hair, like you do hair. Like, guys, again, like tailor it to your own life. Now, there's also a bravado and a confidence, and it's very much like it's inward, but it's more outward. And the reason why I say that is because of this card. So you are perfectly beautiful. You may be very about, like, if you're a woman watching, you may be very about women's rights or really uplifting women. You're a compliment person. You're like just out there trying to, like, again, I'm getting this big Sagittarius vibe. I don't even know why I'm saying that. You might not be even Sagittarius, okay? Sometimes I channel energy through the signs. And it's just, for me, whenever I've met like a Sagittarius, they're just always about like, making it light, making it fluffy, laughing, keeping it upbeat, no matter if their world is crumbling apart, you know what I mean? So you are perfectly beautiful. People could love the fact that you uplift them. You're like that person they're going to call, because, oh yeah, Trish, yeah, let's just name you Trish. Trish is going to be that one that's going to really pull me out of the sewer that I'm feeling, Not only that, people love the fact that you can see the beauty in others. So I'm really seeing even somebody who's maybe just in public and is like, you know what, I'm going to go tell that girl I like her purse. I'm going to go tell that girl, like, because I'm just seeing like this energy of like, I could see that person put effort or like, whatever. And I want to go and make them know that they're appreciated. So I feel like people love that you appreciate them. And I'm getting a lot of like, thank you, I appreciate you. Like the words are flowing. So you must be a person here who is quite aware of like what that does, you know, just a little bit of appreciation, how far it goes with people, you know, like when you can just give them those compliments or say, thank you for doing this for me. People love your awareness of appreciation, or even like my efforts, or even telling me I'm a good friend. Like, I feel like I want to cry almost here, because it's like people love the fact that you see them. You know, you really see them. And with you, it doesn't matter who they are. They could be like the world's outcasts, society outcasts. They could maybe not even look that great according to who the hell knows. And you're just like, no, I'm going to let you know. I see your light. I see what you're worth. And I want you to be aware of it. I want you to be in your power. So like, you're not just doing this in your own life. You're also trying to spread it. And that is powerful, honey. If that is resonating with you, you are powerful. You don't even know what you're doing out there. Okay. You know, the trickle effect is, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. Like, what these people take from what you do, or what you offer them, it can just go on and on and on and on. And it's like, that all started with you. I'm going to go into remote viewing because I can't believe I've been talking for 12 minutes about you. Like, you're just amazing. I'm going to just pick up my crystal now and, okay, there's an innocence about you. There's an innocence. I don't care if you're 40 years old, there's an innocence. People love this about you. They can't help but love you. You're just innocent. There's something also about your texting style. And I say texting, but maybe I could be talking about emailing as well. I don't know. I'm just feeling like I'm getting bombarded by these wonderful affirmations or positive messages. So I don't know if you're a meme person, or you're sending memes, or you're sending words of affirmation, or you're just like that train of thought, like you just pass it on. I don't know why I'm seeing that. People love this. You know, some of those things that you're sending are actually lifting people's moods, and maybe even helping them out of, you know, having even a bad day, but they love this. People love that you give them this sense of belonging. So I don't know if there's some people here who could have all of these aspects and be really quite gorgeous on the outside as well. But it's not important. Like, you don't have like a particular checkbox or a list. Like, I think you could walk with all walks of life. And some people might be like, oh, wow, like I never thought someone like you would accept me, but you do. And it's wonderful. It gives them a really sense of belonging that they never had. So you're doing that for them. Okay, there may be something very interesting about your haircut. It may be very unique. I don't know if many people could pull it off. So I'm thinking this may be a shorter hairstyle, but it's like people love your hairstyle. It's unique to you, but they like it on you. And I don't know if you've gotten like a lot of compliments, but listen, again, make it fit for you. So if you don't have anything that you would consider unique, but you always get complimented on your hair, then this also applies to you. Okay, this is gonna be very, very, very specific, and I don't know why this is coming through, and this is what I'm talking about with remote viewing. But don't click off because you just don't want to miss a message for yourself. People love, this is so random and weird. People love getting HIGH with you. I don't know what this is. I really don't. I'm not gonna say much about that, but that's coming through, and I don't like to just negate specific things, because if someone needs to hear that, they do, but they love that. And I don't know if that even means like drinking or going out and partying, but people love to do that in your company. I don't know what that means, but let me move on. Okay, I don't know if some of you are extremely lucky, but people love your stories. So is there stories about like always winning the lottery, or something interesting always happening to you and it's like a luck of a draw, or it's a random, like what are the chances of that? People love these stories. Like, I don't know if you always find yourself in bizarre circumstances. People love that though. It's just like they're living vicariously through you. I'm seeing jewelry. There's something big with jewelry here. It's like the way you layer jewelry. What is this? Are you wearing like a million bracelets or I don't know what this is. It's going to be a big spectrum. I have no idea. There's something about the way you rock your jewelry. It's very pretty. And hats. I'm getting hats. Let's all be real here. Most people can't rock hats, especially if we may be having some very unique hairstyle, hat styles here. I'm just getting that they love this uniqueness with the hats. Everything is beautiful about you. Everything. Everything is beautiful about you. Your persona is even very cheerful. They love even being next to your physical body because there's something that you emit, okay? Not only that, people also, again, I'm going back to this like completion here, like the way you're knocking out goals is unbelievable. And I just heard something that might be for one person. I don't know if one of you have just tackled weight loss. People love your journey. I don't know. I don't even know if you've documented it or what this is, but it's like the fact that you were able to conquer this is just beautiful. But I'm seeing specifically for one person out there, there could be something regarding weight loss. Like the way you tackled it, the way you took it on was like unbelievable. Okay. Do we have some people here who are have some sort of unique leisure activities? I don't know why I'm seeing the ocean. I don't know what you're doing in the ocean. I don't know if this is like sailing boats or what this is, or being near the beach or in the water. Some people here, I don't know if this is a swimming thing. I don't even know why this is coming up. You may have a specific, I don't know if they're just showing to also show that this could be something leisurely. You may have some sort of leisure activities that people love about you because it could be very unique. And really, I just don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's like you sail boats or you just like you don't. And it's funny because people don't really look at you and think that that would be something you would enjoy. And guys, it could be very random. Like you could be the most modern, gorgeous person, like decked out to the nines. People think you're a party girl. And then you're like, yeah, no, I like to go ice fishing. And they're like, what? What do you mean you like to ice fish? Or something like, I don't know, snowshoeing. Just something very like that you don't hear often. So I don't know. People love this about you as well, too, that it's like you have various different like interests. You're very well-rounded, I feel like as well, too. It's just, but again, a boatload of surprises with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the window is closing. Let me know what you thought, guys. Again, if you want to check out that extended reading, it's going to be offered through my Patreon platform. I wish you all the best. Take care.